Well, here, this is the first, this is our first CNC router. Carving right now. I'm just carving a grid into the baseboard. I'm not running the shot back. It's starting a little bit of dust, not much. I'm only engraving at a 1/2 millimeter deep with this 60-degree bit, and then I've got a 30-degree bit coming in the mail today, and then I'll go back over it and cut another 1/2 millimeter with the 30-degree. But anyway, I just wanted to show this off. Going to be using this to make all kinds of things, but the primary reason for purchasing it is for building custom guitars. Right now I have the 65 millimeter water-cooled spindle. I have the 80 millimeter clamp coming. I already have an 80 millimeter clamp. I've had it. 80 millimeter spindle. So I'll build a controller for it, an enclosure. Some of the stuff runs off of 220. Everything on it right now is 110, but I'll have to run 220 for the spindle 50 and for the cooling pump for the 80 millimeter. But for now, I'm going to use it the way it is and finish cutting it. I'm just doing the x-axis right now. I'm spitting everything out in segments because it's faster. And then that way I don't have to wait for it to run an entire program if I want to take a break. Because I'm recovering from back surgery right now. Over here, what I'm going to do is I have some leftover MDF, and I'm going to notch out a piece of MDF. I'm going to offset it here 15 millimeters, and on the end 15 millimeters. So I'm going to have a 3/4 inch piece of MDF with another piece glued on top of it that'll overhang a bit, and then I'm going to use the Y-axis and an end mill to cut it and square it up, and that's going to be my, don't want to call it a rip fence, but it'll be a fence. And the whole purpose of the fence is because we don't have a jointer right now because the shop's not big enough for one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up, put some more threaded inserts where I can bolt it down with some 1/4 screws, flush it to make sure that it's parallel to the Y-axis, and then this will be what we will use when we'll just clamp a board up against it and joint this side, flip it over, clamp it up against that fence, and then when we run this side, the board will have two surfaces that are parallel, so we can glue stuff up. So I'm going to do that, and then that'll make it to where I can just pull 4 screws out to move it when I have to surface the baseboard. The other thing is this offset right here. I don't know how good you can see these lines with this camera, but anyway, well, I got to cut a perimeter grid too. I'll do that last, but the reason this is offset is because when I change the spindle out, 0 will be over here instead of over there. And these it don't matter. They're going to have measurements on it, but it doesn't matter. You're not going to use it for that. This is just for lining everything up and making sure your work pieces are square to the machine. But anyway, we should be carving stuff off of it, hopefully. Well, already am, but we'll be carving actual real products off of it this week. Well, anyway, that's my update. This is the x-axis grid.